Hey folks, I'm Isaac. In this video, we're going to be making the zipper pouch kit. Now this kit comes in a variety of fabrics, but all the same steps apply regardless of the variant that you get. Let's get started. What you'll need to make this kit are most likely things that you can find around your house. Today we're going to be using tweezers, a lighter, thread snips, scissors, and clips. If you don't have the thread snips, you can use your scissors to do that, and if you don't have the clips, you can use binder clips or pins. The kit we're using today is using 292 DCF, but your kit will come with a fabric blank, coil, zipper, a zipper slider, grosgrain, and a zipper puller. Before we get started sewing, we're going to want to make sure that our machine is set up correctly for the fabric that we're sewing with. So first off, we're going to check to make sure that our tension is correct for the weight of fabric. We're going to make sure that our thread is threaded through the machine correctly. This is easy to mess up sometimes. And finally, we're going to check our needle to make sure that it's sharp, fairly new, and that it doesn't have any burrs or nicks on it. Now, if you're unsure of any of this, you can always consult your owner's manual for your machine, you can watch some YouTube videos, or you can consult a friend. The final way to make sure that all of this is set up correctly is to just get some scrap fabric and put down some stitches. Now we're going to get to sewing. The first step is going to be trimming your zipper tape and basting it to your fabric blank. We're going to start by opening up our zipper coil, laying it on top of our fabric blank, and you're going to trim it down so that you have about a 1-inch overhang on either side. After trimming your zipper, you're going to separate the coil before getting ready to place them on your fabric blank. Getting your zipper teeth onto your fabric blank is pretty straightforward. I'm going to take the coated side of my zipper coil, and I'm going to lay that on the face of the fabric. Now the face of the fabric is going to be the side that's on the outside of your finished product. I'm going to take my zipper coil and I'm going to slide it all the way to the edge, and I'll clip these in place to hold it down while I sew it. The most important part to getting your zipper coil positioned correctly is to make sure that the teeth are in the correct orientation. Now for this project, we're going to make sure that the teeth of our zipper coil are pointing towards each other. That means that the unfinished side of the zipper coil is on the outside edge of your fabric blank. The first stitch you're going to run on this project is what's called a basting stitch. Now a basting stitch is basically going to hold your zipper coil in place so that once you fold it over, you can do your top stitch. To get this basting stitch correct, we're going to just line up the left side of our presser foot with the inside of the coil of that zipper. Then we're going to, for the most part, just run a straight stitch down the center of that zipper tape. The second part to attaching the zipper tape is to fold over your zipper tape and then do a top stitch. The purpose of this top stitch is to secure the fold and make sure that the waterproof side of the zipper tape is on the outside of your project. Plus, it looks a lot better. We'll do this top stitch with about 1/8 of an inch seam allowance from the edge of your fabric blank, and you're just going to want to make sure that you sew through both the fabric blank as well as the zipper tape. We're going to do that same top stitch to the other side of your zipper tape. All right, now we're going to make this look a little more like a wallet, and we're going to grab the zipper slider and we'll install it onto the zipper tape. The most important piece to installing your zipper is to make sure that your fabric blank lines up on both sides of that zipper. Now there are a few ways that you can install the zipper onto the slider, but I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it right now. I often find it difficult to hold both sides of the zipper tape while simultaneously trying to slide on the zipper onto the tape. So what I like to do is cut one side of the zipper tape shorter so that you have a longer side that you can go ahead and slide that pull onto while feeding the shorter side into the teeth. The zipper is most likely going to be the easiest to install with your pattern piece with the right sides out. In a later step, we will turn this inside out to do our final stitches, but right now you can leave it right side out. All right, folks, we are almost done with this dang zipper, but first we got to make some pull tabs. With that grosgrain that came in your kit, you're going to cut two 1.5 inch long sections, and then you're going to burn those edges and fold them in half. We're going to take our zipper pull tabs and we're going to line up the edges of the tabs with the edge of our fabric blank. Now, to make sure that you don't sew your project closed before you're ready to, we're going to sew a basting stitch just on the zipper pull tab and the zipper tape. You're going to repeat that for the other pull tab that you made. We're about halfway through here, folks. This is what your project should look like after step 2. Whew. That was a good snack. Let's get back to sewing. Before we can sew down our side seams, we need to turn this bad Larry inside out. The only note on this is make sure you don't tear apart any of your basting stitches where you put down your pull tabs. The functionality of this project is really based on this step. So if you place the fold a little too low, then there's not enough room to put stuff in it. If you put it a little too high, then you can't get stuff out of it. So what we want to make sure that we do is leave about 1/4 inch fold at the top of the zipper tape, and then that way you can have plenty of room for all of your goodies. To finish these side seams, we're going to use just a basic straight stitch with about 1/4 inch seam allowance. And you're going to want to make sure that you go back and forth over your zipper tape a few times just to reinforce that area. We're going to do a final little cleanup here, and we're going to trim off the excess zipper tape on both sides and any threads that you have hanging off. There are a few ways to finish off these edges if you're feeling a little cheeky. You can either tape them or bind them, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it, it's optional anyways. Now for the big reveal, we're going to turn this guy right side out. Tip here, in order to get your corners nice and crisp, I like to use either my scissors, just be careful not to poke through the fabric, or you can use a corner turner, something like that. Our final step is just going to be to girth hitch our zipper puller to our zipper slider. That zipper works real good. Your reward for finishing this kit is that you get to watch this awesome montage. Congrats on finishing your DZP. Check out our other kits for more MIOG fun, like our zipper pack pouch. Make sure you take some pictures and tag us on Instagram. And as always, thanks for watching.